He was digging on the ground for 3 days, but did not think that there was a real digging of gold. Looking at the huge gold, the elderly know. He can be happily and later. He then took the gold back to the settlement after it had been divided and then left in reasonable conditions. Good child washing. He is spread throughout the horror, saying that this elderly person has a different influence. After collecting everything, he Jost BCG, with gold, prepares home. Taking advantage of the obsessive nature of his presence in front of those soldiers, the motorcade was walking through the convoy. One of these is obesity, a weapon prepared to kill him, but was stopped by an officer next to the officer, who continued to work on the roadside and died on the wire. Civilians. Mott seems to have been used as usual in this regard. Not too long, Mart did not come to an unanticipated encounter with a common citizen. The other party did not have to release him. Meaning, because they have seen that Mart is a golden ship, he is required to undergo an inspection. The soldiers quickly discovered gold in his parcel. Mitter stayed, leaving its own dog Jeans. Looking at the dogs of the horses, soldiers threw up arms and Jeans. The so-called all bullets past the soldiers were very disappointed to prepare for exit, then to throw, and then to lock down directly in the direction of the lock, and then to throw down quickly. Other paradoxes, remaining soldiers reacted. Matarin, MV, formerly military officers. The sound of the gun was heard, and only one soldier left behind was left with 1 bullet. When it is known that Mott enters with a large number of gold, it opens Tank's recovery. Mott soon discovered the other party, rushed, whipped military officers who appeared to escape, and did not order continued recourse, as if they were expected. On the other hand, Mart, which escapes the scope of the attack, has also slowed down. The officer then opened the school, which he had long known was a mined area. But Tambang, in view of her death, no injuries. Until then, he was aware that he had come back, and that he had left the ground as soon as possible. Molly infiltration. At this point, those soldiers were also brought before him, but she continued to do so as soon as possible, as was seen. Military officers thus quiet Mott the situation as soon as possible, but he was not seen in the 10 paragraphs in his hands. In the case of officers, order is made to kill obesity and to kill the special envoy in the immediate future. In 4 cases, the officer in charge of the martial law ordered the transfer of skills to the Majlis. At a time when he was not able to see, Mott left behind in the smoke of cigarettes. After the incident, the officer ordered a soldier to visit him, without having previously seen him. A mine was suddenly engulfed, and soldiers were directly shattered. The strength of the officers is packed from both sides. Although the number has increased, it has not changed their fate. 2 female officers were then brought to the forefront of the tanks. Shortly afterwards, 1 car was ruins. Previously, he had been shot on his legs, even though he had been able to block most of the bullets. He suffered a great deal. The warhead is taken from the top, and then sleeping in the past. He was surprised by the length of time that could not be used. Original. English recovery of convoys.